Hi, in this video we'll see how to use forecast function. For this we have a table with 7 shops and their values of sales for last 6 months. Now we want to see what sales level will forecast in the next 3 months. We'll use the forecast linear function. This function will help us to forecast next 3 months based on the values that we have in the last 6 months. I'm gonna hit equal forecast, and as you can see, Excel gives me some possibilities to use forecast function, and I will choose linear way because we have unexisting values in a linear trend. Press tab and then start to create the function arguments. First argument represent the first value in the future. In our case, it's April 2020. So the first value of the first period in future. I will freeze the row number by pressing F4. So this will put a $sign in front of a row number in order to make easier the autofill formula when I will complete for all our cells. So the next argument represented by our values in the last 6 months. Also, in this case, I will freeze the column numbers by pressing 3 times the F4 button. Then the third argument is represented by our periods from last 6 months. So October 2019, March 2020. This time I will freeze also the column and the row by pressing F4 one time. Now I will close the brackets, and because we did this reference freezing method, we can autofill the formula by simply drag bottom right from the cells. So now we have obtained the forecast for each shop and for each month in the next 3 months period. Now, as you can see, it makes sense for shop number 1 because from October 2019 to March 2020 we have a continuous decreasing, and also for shop number 4 we have a continuous increasing of sales. For the rest of our shops, the variation is quite difficult, but forecast function help us to obtain the correct results. Let's make a double check. For example, shop number 3, the first argument it's April, the second argument represented by our range from shop number 3 in the last 6 months, and the third argument represented by our 6-month periods. So looks good. These are the forecast figures obtained with forecast point linear function. In the second sample, we want to see the number of customers of our total shops in the next 3 years based on figures that we have in the last 5 years. So we're gonna use the same function, forecast point linear, but this time it will be easy to write because we will not use so many freezing reference in the formula. So equal forecast point linear, pressing tab, choose the first argument. So the first argument, it's the first period in the future. For us it's 2020. The second argument will be the values from last 5 years, and these values I want to freeze them. And then the third argument will be the years column, and also freeze by pressing once F4, also for the second argument. Close the brackets, and now we have a clear vision of our next years in terms of customers that will come to our shops.